The Chris Evans Breakfast Show with Sky.
You're pretty much peak fitness now, and I just gave you a hug. And to hug an Olympic athlete at peak fitness is something quite incredible, because you're hugging a perfect human being, and you think, oh my goodness me, this is what you could be like if you really tried to stop eating cheese and onion crisps after 8 o'clock on any given weekday night.
All about moderation.
No, but how are you feeling now?
Oh, I'm feeling great, actually. You know, I took those 4 months off, and in that time, our son Robbie was born, and I was able to. Thank you. I was able to spend so much quality time with him before I went back to the pool, and coming back, I felt different, body and mind. Sometimes when you're doing something so full on all the time, day in, day out, taking a break and giving your body and mind a rest can do the world of good.
Renovate, Don't Relocate, this series, which is really exciting. I've wanted to do this show for years and years and years. Came about when I had small children, and I used to go through people's front doors, and then you'd kind of climb the mountain of buggies and wellies and coats, and then you'd open the left door, you know, the first front room of a sort of traditional Victorian house, and it would be completely empty, and they'd go, oh no, that's our best room, we don't use that. And it was completely empty, and you'd climb over all this stuff, and I thought, gosh, it's weird. And then they'd say, we've got to move because we're running out of space. And you think, well, you've been in that room literally for probably an hour and a half last year, because it's kept for best. And I thought, gosh, isn't it interesting that we live the way we live, and we think we run out of space, but actually we don't run out of space, we just think we do. And if you actually knocked all the walls down and put other walls up in different places and rearranged it all, you might find your house is twice the size.
Do you ever get like genuinely really cross with the people if they're not listening to your advice?
I do actually get really cross.
Is this the weekend talking again?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I love
I'd like to talk
programs.
About being
tell
cross.
us.
Should we talk about being cross?
Go.
No, I do get quite cross. Maybe I don't get cross, I get irritated.
You get exasperated.
Yes.
Frustrated.
Yes. And then I say, do you know, I've discovered that I've really got to stop it, because I say one thing and mean another thing, and my children know I do it now, and I do it at work. So when I'm filming with people, I'll say something and I mean something else.
Yeah, your husband will know about that too.
Yeah, he does. And
I'm sure you.
He does. But actually, it's a really bad thing to do, because you sort of say, "That's lovely, what a good idea," and what you mean is, "You absolute moron," and that is not okay. That's really unkind.
When you embark upon your new tour with Alfie, or the continuation of your last tour, maybe this should just be the song you play out with. And then you wander off
again.
Yeah, and then you say, bye everyone.
Bye, see you next time.
Oh, come on. Hairs on the back of your neck. Oh, why don't you, this is what you do, okay? It's your show, obviously. But here's an idea. So you do your big encore, whichever, one or two encores or three encores or whatever you want to do. And then you say, okay, thanks. And then this strikes up, okay. And then you go one side of the stage, she goes to the other, and then you come back again. And then you go down.
Down through the audience.
And you walk out and you go on the road
with
again.
everyone clapping.
Come on.
Do you want to direct the show?
Yes, please.
Come on.
Thank you very much indeed. Vivacity, it brought back memories of Shrek.
Yes. Doesn't Donkey sing this?
Donkey!
Donkey!
You've made 11 of these shows. What are they, and how come they came about?
So they are insights into various people's lives, people that have kind of struggled with different adversities. And the idea really was that I've been very open about my own mental health struggles, depression, self-harm, and I kind of came out in 2005 talking about it. But now we know that actually people are listening. I thought, why not talk about people that maybe people in different industries know about, but actually do they really know and understand who they are? It was fascinating. I think society's changed generally and more people are struggling, so you're seeing those problems that have come out. And, of course, if it's in the public eye, then people then talk about it. And then when the Princes come out and talked about the late mother and how they struggled, I think that really kind of catapulted that awareness. Yeah,
that was the moment, was it?
Yeah.
Well, apparently the word personality comes from the Greek for mask, and it was, you know, those entertainment masks that you have where one's got a happy face and one's got a sad face. Apparently that's where that word comes from. So you literally do wear your personality. You know,
it's like game face, isn't it? It's game face. It's at that moment. You know, we can all have our game face when we come to work, but no one knows what happened when we left home, or what happened last night, or how you actually really feel inside. You just have to put it on, and that's what I think it's good because society makes you come out with it, but also we're saying about that sort of hidden taboo. You know, when somebody has a disability, a physical disability, it's very obvious, and you might open the door, say, could I help you, or you adjust things in the workplace in particular. But when you've got something inside you that's so raw to your life, it's not necessarily shown. You know, you don't write it on your head.
When thunder only happens when it's raining, and players only love you when they're playing, and women, they will cry and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know.
So we have the brand new single, All the Songs, from Will Young. Let's talk about the Sauce Pot video, because it is... Yeah, how much fun have you had making this video for this song?
It was amazing. And also, I'm going to use that phrase now, sauce pot.
Should be the name of your next album. Or the Sauce Pot Tour. Don't you think?
Sauce pot tour.
Yeah, here we are, to be sauce potty together.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to be a stripper. Yeah. Because I actually thought, because I'm a feminist, and I thought, why are women always expected to be so sexual in their videos? You know, and so I thought, well, I'm going to even the balance, and I'm going to experience it, and I'm going to have a laugh doing it.
And you've got different looks in the video. I mean, there's a calendar in there, isn't there, as well, if you like? There's a 2020 Will Young calendar. All they've got to do is take some stills from the shoot, and you're done, aren't you?
They stopped doing... So when I started doing calendars,
right,
I remember saying to my friend, there will be one day when suddenly the calendar doesn't happen anymore, because I was like, I'm going to get older, I can't help that. And there will just be 1 year when it will be like, there's no discussion about the calendar anymore.
But Cliff's still at it, though, isn't he?
Well, he is.
#1.
I know, this could be a resurgence for me.
And by the way, if you look at the last Cliff calendar, your looks in your new video are not dissimilar.
No, don't
seriously.
Surely he's not a cowboy,
yes,
a sailor.
Yes, he's a cowboy. He's a I'm not sure if he's a sailor, but one sailor, always a sailor. When you've done a really serious scene, I would love to see what happens when the cameras carry on running. Do you all just burst into laughter?
Usually, well, to be honest, it's usually, you know, like it'll be a scene like, you know, Albert, we need to leave. We need to protect our children. And then the child is usually next to you like, Mum, my knickers are stuck up my bum, like during a take. And then you're like, Albert, you know, so it's more about, it kind of becomes like outnumbered. It's outnumbered, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, the children improvising around you, and you having to carry on in the kind of political sphere that you're in and trying to not laugh.
This morning, I woke up again, and by the time I got in my car, it really, really was totally daylight, and that's gorgeous. But that will stop again next week.
Not for long, though.
No, I know, but it will be darker again next week. And when we get up, but it'll be lighter again at night, because the clocks go forward, because it springs forward. Surely you get that.
What, won't it be lighter in the morning?
No.
No, we lose an hour of daylight, and we give it to drive time.
The clocks are going forward.
Right.
So what the daylight that you currently have now at 4 a.m. It will be 5 a.m. So it will be more light in the morning. I'm so confused by myself.
Right, so you get it this morning. So you get in. Yeah, I get in the drive this morning at 5 o'clock. So I've taken Sparkle for a walk.
Yeah.
It's light.
Yeah.
Okay, it's light.
Yeah, so it's 5 o'clock and it's light. It's going to be that light at 4 o'clock. Because we're getting up an hour earlier. We're losing an hour's sleep.
Oh, my goodness me.
It's going to be even brighter.
Where are we now with this one? Okay, now these cars, they're beautiful cars, aren't they? They are great. They're modern classics.
Yeah, we got to drive them too.
You got to drive them before they were dismantled.
They gave us the best they could find of every one of these cars.
Yes.
So they went around the country and all these people, car clubs and stuff, and manufacturers gave us their, Ford Capris, that kind of stuff, and well, actually, particularly Howard ragged them round the circuit. This Daimler belonged to the Queen Mother. And
that's right.
And he got to the first corner and didn't even brake, just chucked it in there. And I'm thinking, and the wheel trim's falling off.
Where's your respect for the former Queen Mum, Howard? What's going on?
Once it's in my hands.
Your Majesty. Okay, so what's going on? Tell us about Armatopia.
Yeah, it's a sort of standalone track. I like the idea of when I was doing the last record called The Comet, which only came out last year. I had the idea that, or someone put it to me that, after it comes out, just do a different song, afterwards. So in my mind, that was a great idea. I thought, yeah, that's good. But when you actually finish you're doing a record and you get to the very end of it, kind of the last thing you want anyone to say is, right, go now and then do a completely new lot of material. But once I'd had the idea and I thought, yeah, I like that pop acts do it and hip-hop acts do it, you know, sort of, rather than be sort of an old guy who's going, oh, you know, I miss the old days of albums and all. You get on board and just adapt and go, well, see the positive in the way people are consuming music now.
Johnny, just retell the story on air of the moment that you woke up and that riff happened. It happened to you, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, yeah. Well, it was, you know, again, it was a rare, sunny start of summer day in Manchester, and the window was open a little bit. I was 19 and I knew I had some homework to do because we had a John Peel session the following week. So I knew I had a song to write because we were short of a song. And but maybe it was a combination of the feeling of the day, the breeze coming through the window, and I just felt really up, super up. Plugged my guitar into this little tape machine, archive tape machine, and that riff came out, and the whole bit of music was done in like 3.5 minutes.
Who was the first person you played it to?
I played it to our manager, then Joe Moss, and then I played it to Morrissey. I gave him the cassette that I'd done, and he took it away, and that was on the Friday, and then by the Monday, he'd probably nailed it by the Friday night, because he was so prolific. I would give him, all the way through the band's career, I'd give him a tape of a backing track like that, and the song would be written within 24 hours.
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show with Sky.